Hi there, this submission is from Isaac, and it really is quite the adventure. It had ended. It was truly over. After months in our house, we were going to be allowed out. We had been warned that this was going to happen, so we had already planned our perfect day. And here it was. The day was upon us, and Boris Johnson announced, "Quarantine is finally over. However, we are still not allowed to travel to foreign countries until the 1st of June. After hearing the news, Tom was excited about the fact that they were allowed out. But Tom had a strange feeling flowing through his body. This strange feeling first started in his hands and then slowly moved into his muscles, making them feel sore. Tom thought to himself that it would be a good idea to rest for 10 minutes to try and get rid of these aching pains. Approximately 10 minutes later, the pain had eased off. Tom went out for a walk. It had been a long time since he had been outside, and he was curious to find out what, if anything, had changed since he was last out. Tom walked swiftly along the road as he was used to, and started to run out of breath. Then he realised he wasn't out of breath at all. It had been so long since he last went outside, this breathlessness was actually a little bit of nervous energy. Tom decided to do some star jumps in an attempt to get rid himself of this nervousness. He did 2 star jumps. On his 3rd jump, Tom suddenly shot up in the sky, higher than the houses and the trees. He then began to come back down, slowly at first. Then as he got lower and lower, his speed increased. He landed square on his feet with such force and speed that the ground underneath him cracked. "What the hell happened?" Tom said to himself, feeling worried and also kind of excited. He looked around, first to see if anyone else had seen him, then down at the ground. He noticed a red glow coming from the cracks in the concrete. Tom had never seen anything like this before and was curious about what was causing this glow. He picked at the loose concrete until there was a hole. The glowing became stronger and brighter. His curiosity became bigger and bigger. He continued to shift concrete, and gradually the hole was a size that he could easily fit through. What is this? Where does it go? What's on the other side? All these questions flooded Tom's brain. Tom decided it would be a good idea to replace the concrete, but in such a way that it could still be moved away from this glow. Once this was done, Tom ran quickly home. At home, Tom searched his wardrobe. He was looking for something: his army uniform, backpack, and rifle. "Found it," he said. It was right at the back of the wardrobe. Tom got dressed into his smart army uniform and then packed the backpack with food, the rifle, and his Swiss Army knife to be used if he ran out of bullets for the rifle. Tom left his house, taking care to make sure he had locked the doors properly. He walked quickly back to the site of the red glow. He looked around, and still no one was there to see him. He got onto his knees and then started to remove the concrete and rubble once more. The hole was now big enough for his body. He jumped into the hole, into the red glow. As he jumped, he was falling. As he was falling, he could see that the hole above him was sealing itself. The red glow was vanishing the further he fell. He could no longer see the hole. Tom fell for a further 15 minutes. Then suddenly, he landed on the ground. Tom carefully observed his new surroundings. Everywhere he looked, the colours of buildings and objects seemed to be inverted somehow. There was nobody around him that he could see. Just then he heard a low, strange, loud growling noise. He spotted an abandoned building and ran towards it to escape whoever or whatever was making the growling noise. He entered the building. Almost straight away he realised the layout. It was an empty army barracks. On the far side of the building was an artillery cabinet with one of its doors open. He walked towards the door and looked inside. There was one weapon left inside of the cabinet. Tom decided to take it. The growling noise was back. He turned around and saw the most frightening beast he had ever seen. This thing was way taller and wider than him. It had rotten, grey skin which was covered by a dark green armour. Its face was a combination of a spider and a deer. Its left arm was mechanical with a dangerous weapon attached to it. This monster was not too happy to see Tom. It started shooting at him. Tom tried his best to avoid the speeding rockets coming from the monster's arm. When he had the chance, Tom shot the beast in the chest to try and penetrate the heart and kill it. The metal armour of the beast stopped the bullets from Tom, and then the monster charged at Tom at great speed. The monster caught Tom in no time. The beast then picked Tom up and held the barrel of the mechanical arm to Tom's head. The weapon then fired. It went dark. A loud ringing noise woke Tom up instantly. Tom woke up, screaming in fright. The ringing stopped. Tom got out of bed, checking all the time for the monster. He went downstairs and quickly realised that his surroundings did not have inverted colours. Everything was A-OK. Tom switched on the television. A blonde man walked out of number 10 Downing Street towards a pedestal outside. The blonde man stood, took a deep breath,